Three, two,
Hello,
one.
everyone. Today we have Forjan in it's block 5 from Verbo.sama. Today we have Forjan from Oak Network giving some insights and highlights about what we are going to expect about Oak Network. So, hello. It's a pleasure to have you here, Forjan. Thank you for coming. I think the first thing people wants to know it's a little bit about your history. Can you tell us what have you been doing before crypto, after crypto?
Yeah, hola, hola. Thanks for having me, guys. Grateful to be here. I can definitely tell you more about myself and how I got into crypto. I go by 4Gen. I'm a dad. I'm a Web3 degen. I like to explore Web3 products. I believe in the philosophy of decentralization and evolving tech in that direction for for the users, for the builders, and moving tech in that direction. I'm a big soccer fan, football fan. I was a coach and played in university here in the United States, and I'm just a boy from Costa Rica. I grew up in the United States, had a great upbringing, and got to get my education here. And I work at Oak Network. I've been with Oak Network since 2022.
So before you joined Oak, you
Mhm.
was how old are you? Can you tell us?
Yeah, I'm 32.
No,
32.
it's my age, my friend. Actually, I'm going to be 32 in 2 months.
Ah,
That's amazing, amazing history. So you grew up in the United States, amazing.
yeah.
And you what university you did?
Yeah, I
What?
studied at two universities. I studied at a state school in Wisconsin in the United States, in the middle of the country. I was about an hour away from Chicago, just over the border in Wisconsin. And then I transferred to a university in New York, Queens College, and I finished my education there. After living in New York for 5 years, moved back to Minnesota, and that's where I grew up. That's where I went to high school and did my elementary school. And I had studied nutrition and the exercise sciences. Then I did secondary school in high performance sport, so a lot of leadership. And for work, I worked with a lot of gym startups. We were building apps, we were working in clinics, doing exercise for people with back pain. I worked a lot with sports teams, doing speed, agility, development, and a lot in soccer and in football and football. And yeah, it was
Amazing,
that's what
amazing.
I
So
did.
you like football, right?
Oh man, big fan. I'm a big Real Madrid fan. My team in Costa Rica is Saprissa. If you don't know, now you do. And yeah, I love the game. It's a thinking man's game.
You would like Brazil. We have football everywhere here.
Oh, I know about Brazilian football. I follow a lot of the players that go to Europe, and yeah, it's
That's nice.
the mother of football in the world is Brazil. Produces the best players.
That's it. That's it. That's
Yeah,
history.
you check top teams in Turkey, top teams in Hungary, top teams in everywhere. They got 5, 8 Brazilians on the team. Um, yeah, so if you know football, you know Brazil.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
And well, let's introduce a little bit about your journey in Oak Network.
yeah,
Can you explain us how did you arrive there?
sure. Yeah, like I was saying, I joined in 2022, and my interview process started in 2021. Took a couple months. I fell in love with crypto in 2019, 2020. Had a lot of fun, exploring protocols and got to live through the big grand rising in 2020 through 2022. So things were very exciting. And at that point, I had startup experience, like I was mentioning, new companies and setting up the infrastructure and processes. So I felt that I could complement, a new project building once I was educated and understood all the different elements of it. And I wanted to work for a team that was more tech oriented. I did volunteer with a lot of NFT projects and did community management and consulting with a lot of NFT projects, but I knew I wanted to do a career change. So when I found Oak, I was very excited about it. I prepared very well for my interview, and it just seemed like a good fit for me and the company at that time. And I joined a team of 4 people in growth, and I was a good complement to that team. And have retained my seat there through the bear market, working hard, building a couple things, which I'm sure we'll tell you about more. And that's how I ended up with Oak. That's my journey, and I've been happy ever since. It's always new things. We're evolving fast. There are a lot of experiments and documenting that stuff, and it's been a lot of fun.
So you've been in Oak for almost 3 years. It's a long time. So we can imagine that Oak survived beer market, and it's still developing. Actually, it's alive. It's building. It's
Oh yeah,
that's it. It's incredible to hear about that. Not many projects survive at their beer market.
yeah. We all came together at the end of the bull market, and it's been great to see the bear market cycle, being invested as an employee, and yeah, learned a lot. It's not always rainbows and butterflies at startups. It takes a lot of long hours and work and patience, a lot of patience with it, because the timing is a thing. And we're now positioned with a lot of momentum going into this coming bull market. So very excited to keep building.
That's it. And well, let's tell us a little bit what's your function in Oak Network. As you said, you've been in many NFT projects, so you've been introduced. You've been interviewed for being a community manager. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
what's the role? Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I certainly can. I do a little bit of everything, right? If you're in a startup, you have to be open to trying whatever the company needs. And early on, I built a lot of the infrastructure on the community and the ambassador program, and I lead some of the ambassador bounty management to this day. And my role has always been to work on new projects relative to community and marketing. There's, like I mentioned, a lot of experimenting and documenting these processes, finding out what works, tracking the results, and just strategy, community strategy. I meet a lot with my partner. Some of you may know Juice, and we figure out how to implement anything from an announcement to a new program that we can incentivize community members. All those things. There's a lot of discussion before we actually launch the campaigns. And as of late, we're scaling a little bit more on marketing. So I've focused a lot more on blogs and kind of telling the story of the next phase of our marketing. And so that's been a lot of fun. New challenge, right? Writing 1, 2, 3 blogs a week is different than what I was doing. I was building really fast and testing, and now I'm writing slowly over time and doing the research on chain or doing the research on the web to find good sources and references to tell that story as we build into the next phase.
Quality over quantity, right?
That's where I'm at. At first, there was a lot more quantity, and then now I'm getting into the quality side. So I think that's a good thing for my career, and also tells the the fans, the people watching, a little bit where we're getting ready towards what we're
So
getting ready towards.
it's a, how can I say, it's a little bit of community management and a little bit of marketing, right?
Yes.
It's a little bit of everything, and of course the management of the whole Oak Network community.
Yep. That's what I'm doing most of the day.
That's it. So what is Oak? Can you tell us what is Oak and what it does?
Yes. So Oak does private autonomous transactions. We're a automation platform, and we're working towards being the premier automation service provider for Web3. So think of any application that wants to do a payroll function or automated payments. You can think of a DEX that wants stop loss and limit orders that are private and on chain. We want to support those services. And the definition of Oak is Oak on chain autonomous kernel, which is a nucleus that messages can come in. We put that automation on our chain, and we spit out a a message out to wherever it needs to go, whatever DApp or chain we want to send that message to. That's the theory of the on-chain autonomous kernel.
That's huge. Actually, I don't know if everyone here have seen that, but Forgen just released a article in their blog about the file automation workflow builder about M1. So it will be really interesting for you and everyone that's watching to check it and check the last delivery that Oak is automation some functions using if, right, Forgen?
Yeah, we're using right now our Turing network. We have built with the partnership with a grant recipient, a product for developers to easily create automations between blockchains on Kusama right now. So it's you drag and drop where you want the automation to go. You select on a menu the type of automation you want to do. And right now it's just a cross-chain message, but the M2 product, which should be coming out in the next months, will be able to trigger those actions on different chains, which is what I'm defining we will be doing going forward.
That's nice. That's nice. We are exciting for news about that.
Yeah, stay tuned.
That's it. That's it. Tell me about what are the main initiatives that are being offered to Oak network growing.
Yeah, so yeah, at this point we're really working on uniting the community before our mainnet launch on Polkadot. We have a lot of exciting things coming up, really building momentum. And if you followed us, you can see that we've been doing a new airlift program. Our Zeely community rewards program is busy and strong. We are doing giveaways, Galaxy campaigns with giveaways, and really kind of ramping up our events and our contests, all with a purpose, right? So these are great opportunities for new users to get introduced and involved with our blockchain, to understand the automation edge that we want to bring to the industry. And if you want to know more, you can follow us on Twitter, Telegram, Discord, and Medium. And this is especially important as we're on the cusp. We're on the edge of some big things ahead. So if you want to get in and learn more before, so that you can check out our product, if you're a builder or if you're a user, try to understand how we can improve applications that you like to use. That's where you can get that information.
If you guys didn't see to, Oak have a airlift campaign online with a $200 prize for rewarding, but that's not the fact. Every week we have a airlift campaign or something with some rewards. If you are tired of looking for random airdrops in order to get scammed or probably don't receive nothing, here's your opportunity to really get some rewards.
Yeah, we believe in rewarding the people that support us and follow us and help us build. We've had a lot of success recently with members giving us ideas and connecting us to projects that we're working with in the background. And so we definitely believe in that mission of working with the community to build. And we've seen the rewards from it right now. So it's definitely something I encourage you to check out, because we'll be providing a lot more opportunities coming up. I wish I could tell you more, but yeah, there's some good stuff for those types of people who are interested in having a mutual support. Right?
That's great to hear.
We win, and you win, and then we all win in the end.
That's it. Great insight here, guys. What are the main metrics that we can use or you use for meditation or growth from Oak?
Yeah, so some of this is company strategy, so I have to be careful on what I share, but we track all of the growth and measures on our channels. So whatever you see us posting on with Twitter, Telegram, Medium, Galaxy, we're tracking the execution and the success of those programs closely. And we also take a look at our chain to see what goes on. There was an article published recently that people can check out that is about the response of our chain and the metrics on chain after we built the DApp called the Automation Hub. And the article is called Automation is Surging. And you can find that on Medium right now. It talks about, what happens when somebody builds a DApp using our network to our network. Is there more traction? And we did see a big increase in cross-chain messages. We did see a big increase in transactions, and also had a nice little bump in wallets. So you can check out that article, which will share that detail and sort of tell that story. And that's really to incentivize developers and users to see what's going on chain, right? Because we can market all we want, but it's good to see what the chain is doing and how it's responding.
That's it. And for the next 12 months, what are the priorities? What to expect from Oak?
So I can only start with what's next, right? I wish I could tell more, and some of that is being determined internally right now. We have it all ready to go, basically, but we want to launch mainnet. Mainnet launch is the most important. That's what's next. We believe we're going to be able to deliver the premier automation services and in our ecosystem and multiple ecosystems, and the goal is to get the top dApps and ecosystem leaders to start utilizing our automation services across the industry. So mainnet is a fundamental piece for that. So it starts with mainnet, and from there's a waterfall of many other things that we'll be announcing in the near future.
I've seen that Oak was supporting a hackathon. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, we've been supporting a couple hackathons that reached out. Chris, our founder, CEO, is a judge, so he's mentoring a couple of the submissions and checking out their code. We put out some bounty opportunities for people who wanted to build on our chain to see if we can get some more dev tools. And I think there was another opportunity for people utilizing cross-chain messaging in the dApp. And it's just a big part of, there's the developer community that we want to expose to our product and incentivize them to just check out what we can serve for them. And that's a key part is being involved in hackathons and getting exposure to that community as well.
A question from a guy. I received a question here. Does Oak have a grants program for developers and automation solutions?
Yeah, we have a very healthy grants program. Recently, the article you talked about with the M1 product delivery, that's an example of somebody who applied to our grants program and wanted to deliver a product for developers. And so far, it's going really well. They delivered the first milestone, and I believe they're working towards the second one. We've exercised it 2 or 3 times now with different projects, and it's definitely a big component of our network.
That's interesting. And for future events or future hackathons, do you guys have any main one that's aiming?
Well, there's one that's finalizing right now. We've only announced the spring ones that we're participating in, and I'm sure once the news and once those hackathons start looking for partnerships, we'll be involved in more in the summer and fall. I am aware that we're participating one in the summer and fall. It's just not announced yet, but you guys will hear about it shortly and ahead of time, so that if you follow our Twitter, we'll make sure that we get that information out and direct you.
Excellent. And another insight, probably, I don't know if you can tell us, but we've seen Automation Hub and we've seen this trigger solution. Can you say something about next solutions that we're going to see?
There are some people in talks with our developer team and CEO. We plan to release some information in the next couple weeks about some dApps in the .sama, Polkadot Kusama ecosystem that are looking to partner with us. And there's 2 of them right now, and I can share they're coming from the 2 bigger ecosystem smart contract platforms on the Polkadot Kusama side. So that's about all I can share. And
I can thinking some names here.
Yeah. I can't say yes or no, but yeah,
So
there's stuff in the works behind the scenes, and
we
there's
are
only
going to
so
see
much I can share.
some use cases with collabs with those ecosystem. That's what I heard.
Yeah. You could say we're working behind the scenes to start collabing more with other ecosystems to provide our services on there.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Well, my questions are out. There is something else that you wish to tell everyone that you want to tell about Oak? Some insights, some news?
Wish I could share more on the insights, but it's important to follow the order. I think what I would tell the community is to make sure you follow us on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Telegram. I'm sure we can plug this on the description of this video and kind of maybe send you to the link tree that we have, which will point you to Medium and our websites and GitHub, things like that for the full spectrum of the community. There's a lot of momentum building up, and then if you go check out our socials, there's definitely been an increase in the past few months, and we're moving into an exciting phase of our development and already building the cross chain dApps and the dApp services on our chain to sort of have these products that can be replicated elsewhere. And just stay tuned is the best I can say right now. I think the timing in this industry is key, and the timing right now is good. So just follow us, and you have my word. We'll do
Juice
our
just
best.
said a great insight here that building partnerships with dev teams that can understand how the tech works and how to take advantage of the tech to build new tailored use cases. That's it. I think it's we have to understand and we have to collab with something in order to find a solution for probably a problem that we have in some company or some environment.
Yeah, there's a lot of manual processes that we've learned some of these teams are doing that simply leveraging our blockchain can save them time, and then saving that time saves them money. So that's all good for everybody, and what we get is more transaction throughput, which is what's good for our chain.
That's it. And last question: do you have a date, a month for us for Oak Mainnet? That's
Oh
it.
man, I don't want to have to bite my tongue, and we've had to do that already. I really I will know more soon, and you will all know as soon as we know. And I just know it's in the works. There's a I see everybody's schedules on my team, and they are busy making sure everything's good to go, because the last thing we want to do after building for 2 years in the bear market is drop the ball right now. So there's a lot of good quality work going into what is coming next, and that's all I can say.
That's it. We're gonna make it perfect. We don't need to rush to deploy good things.
Yeah. I said before, we want to be the premier provider for automation services, and part of that is doing it right, and that's important to us.
That's it. Well, I think that's it. Farjan, I would like to thank you very much for being here, for your time. Uh, Everyone that's online, thank you again. Farjan, it's a pleasure to have Hulk here. I think John probably had some connection problem.
Mhm.
Well, that's it. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Gabe. It's always good chatting with you, man. We'll look forward to working together, and let the community know as soon as possible once we have more news.
That's it. If you missed, join Twitter, Oak Network. Oak we have a ongoing campaign worth $200, and we are going to have much more. Thank you,
Mhm.
everyone.
Thank
Have
you.
a
Thank
nice
you.
day. See ya.
Ciao, ciao.